Hey guys, welcome to Bar Z. My name's Stan, and I think we're on week 8, 9? Maybe 9. I think this is 9 for the powder cut line. So welcome to part 9. And you can see behind me, Chevy, like a brick or rock. Don't remember. Anyways, I know there's some Chevy guys out there that's gonna rub the wrong way. I'm not a Chevy guy. Not because they're bad, just because I never had any luck with them. I'm a Dodge guy. But I'm still in a rental. I'm back on my job. Not a bad little truck. Little 4-door, half-ton. It'll get me done. Let's take a look at some progress that I didn't show you before we left last time. You see they're working on the dust collectors behind me. You can see a bunch of stuff hanging out of the wall. We finally got wall openings, and we're going to show you some of the attachments and stuff that we did. And so let me flip the camera around, and we'll get through episode 9. Okay, well, I promised you I'd show you all this, and like I said, we got wall openings, which is good, but they haven't closed them back up yet, and it's a rainy day today. And as luck would have it, up there on that rain gutter on the building, there was a downspout right where our duct had to go, so that had to come out, and now it's puking a bunch of water out of that rain gutter downspout hole right onto my duct, and it's splashing inside the building, so we had to put a bag kind of around the opening and sort of protect that, keep them splashing inside. The other 3 are doing okay. We're not getting any water inside the building there, but that one was pretty bad. So muffler's got a kind of a kickstand. We put that stand on there to carry the weight of that muffler, and it goes up and over. We got some bracing to do inside the building. They're in there doing the duct hangers now and getting all the motorcycle tie-down straps. I used a big, I think a big 3-inch tie-down strap inside. And that clinkety clink is all that water coming off of that duct there. And they're gonna have to do something with that downspout. There's the downspout they pulled. Alright. So anyways, that's outside. I'll take you inside when it quiets down in there and show you all the stuff we're doing in there. Maybe we'll bring you back after we get everything hung properly with all thread and bands and beam clamps and all that good stuff. But these are mechanicals complete on these. These are ready for wiring and air. So you get air to these manifolds. If you don't know what a torrid is, or a dust collector, these 2 ports here and here get charged with air, and that tube right there gets charged with air. It's like a kind of a receiver tank. And then each one of those valves, these are pneumatically actuated valves. They send a pulse of air out, and they reverse pulse the filter cartridges inside and make them blow off their debris, and then the debris falls, and then on the other side you'll see a hopper with a gate. There's a gate valve right here, so that just slides back and forth, and it just falls down in that drum. The drum's on wheels, so you pull here, open the slide gate, the powder drops, and you can pull that barrel out. And you can close the gate and still be running the unit while you change out the barrel. And then the filter cartridges go in those white doors. And it's a long pleated paper type cartridge. Looks like a giant air filter for a car. Well, somebody finally made a ratchet just for doing all thread. Nice. Okay, so I'll show you what the Milwaukee Insider is all about. It's got a hex head on it, and they call that the toggle. This just flips you from forward to reverse. So there's no forward or reverse switch on it. It's not like a screw gun. So, and it's a long reach. Pretty nice. The handle feels really sturdy after you've tightened something. This is an all metal head, but when you're holding it like this, and after you've tightened something, you're kind of worried about reefing on the whole thing to tighten it up. But I don't feel any flex in the handle, so it's a pretty good tool. It's well lit. It's got an LED top and bottom, so it lights up your work. You can actually plug the sockets in either way. But if you plug it in from this direction, left becomes right and right becomes left. It's better to put them in the conventional direction. They come with a rack of sockets that are metric. And what's interesting is these will fit a lot of the US stuff. The 13 millimeter is obviously the equivalent of a 1/2 inch. But an 11 millimeter there, which is an oddball size for the metric guys, that fits 7/16, really nice. And we know 13 is your 1/2, and 14 runs a 9/16 just fine. There's your 14 millimeter there on a 9/16. So for your 3/8 all thread, that fits just dandy, and they don't get stuck. They just that's the hollow back socket. Now the hollow backs only go up to 15 millimeter. So you're not going to get up to 1/2 inch all thread, but you can do 1/4 inch with a 7/16 hex, and 3/8 with a 14 millimeter. That's a 3/8 hex all day long. So those work just fine. But you're not going to get your 1/2 inch unless you drill. I think 19 millimeters is the same as a 3/4. Yep. So 19 is your equivalent of 1/2 inch, I do believe. So if I can find a 1/2 inch here. There's a good old 1/2 13, 19 millimeter. Yep. So they'll fit. They just they don't have the hole in the backside for it. Maybe I'll drill those out. It'd be nice to use it on 1/2 inch all thread. But that's the rack of sockets they come with. And they do come with they go down to a standard 1/4 inch adapter. That's not a hollow back, but that'll drop into the tool, and then you can use all your 1/4 inch sockets. And then they've got a 3/8, I believe. Yep, this that'll pop out. That pops off of there, and they'll give you a 3/8 adapter. And then this is a 1/4 inch adapter straight up, and then this is going to be for your little that's a magnetic bit for Phillips and stuff like that, your little driver bits. So there's the 3/8 adapter there. It had someone had plugged a 3/8 by 1/4 onto that one. So that's the whole kit right there. It does not come with that. That's mine from something else. That just goes. Bink. Yep. All right. So 8 millimeter all the way up to 21. So anyways, the Milwaukee Fuel Insider. I'll throw an affiliate link down below for anyone of you that are interested. My affiliate store is still up and running, but go check them out. Okay, so I thought I'd show you a bit around inside. First of all, we've been unboxing stuff like crazy. This is we call this an Optus Center. And this is kind of a powder kitchen. This is where they do their powder additions to the system, where they add new fresh powder to the system. And that's the central location for changing colors if they ever have to change colors. Let's take a look at the rest of it. We've been burning through crates like crazy. The rest of the yellow iron's up. And on this end you can see we've got cantilever roof on. That roof just kind of cantilevers out and attaches to that yellow iron. And way up top we've got some all thread going up to the white iron to suspend it, and that makes the roof adjustable with the all thread. I guess you saw earlier my my new Milwaukee M12 Insider. Pretty cool. Anyways, you can see that bolt pattern there. These actually get walls that come out over this pit, So it gets walls all the way down to here, but we really can't put those in. There's 2 people in there that are going to be touching up the bottom of the trailer as it comes through from the bottom up. So we really can't put that wall in yet because we still need to get a scissor lift in and out. And the only way in and out is that little path right there between that leg and that edge of that concrete, and that's 36 inches, and my scissor lift is 34. So it fits, right? It either fits or it don't. We've already filled up this hole in the ground here. We're going to take a step down into the 8-inch depression. We finished all our high reach work. All the mechanical is done. Everything else gets done from outside. All the ducts have, I don't think you can see it up there. There's some bracing we did. So we put struts in, which is basically sway bracing to keep the ducts from moving side to side or wiggling around in those wall openings. So we put sway bracing on all 4 of those ducts. That's the plastic. It sure didn't last long. The plastic is where that rain gutter is dumping water in. Hopefully we get wall closures here pretty quick. And in here we've already got 3 of our gun movers. This is the one on the railroad track I was telling you about. In our last episode, this thing just slides back and forth on this. There's a couple of linear rails underneath, and then it's got a track that moves in and out. And then there's a reciprocator on this end, and this actually moves up and down as it goes through this gun slot. So this is capable of moving in and up and down, and it'll automatically detect the width of the trailer to tell it how far to go in, and it'll tell it the height of the trailer so it knows how far to travel up and down. You're going to probably take a look at these and go, what the heck are those things? These are actually little air manifolds. So each off of the reciprocator there's a bar that comes in, and it's a metal bar and it's grounded, so it's going to collect powder. But these things are actually going to spray a small amount of compressed air on the arm as it moves in and out, and that'll shed the powder off of the arm. So they've got these this bar system right here. It's like a clamping system, and then there's ground lugs everywhere for everything. There's grounding there. All right, so that's the bar system and the way they clean it. You know, they give these pulses of air. This is all automated, so it knows when this is going to retract and when it's going to extend and when it needs to be cleaned and when they don't need to worry about it. So that's all automated. So it's got the bar air wipes, and there's a lot of pneumatics to this thing. There's a bunch under there. You've got some a little valve duo right there, and you know it's all the control board right there too. And like I say, everything's automated. So our 3 gun movers are in. They're just barely, they're not bolted to the floor yet. These rails bolt to the floor. We need to get the bars in and get them squared up to these gun slots, and then we can bolt them down. But we needed to get those delivered and in this hole, because what's coming next is we're not gonna be able to get in here anymore. We had to set those gun movers with a little loader. We drove in right through this direction, which even now is tight. You see where we come in that way, right where that ladder is, and we drop them in, and then we have to kind of manhandle them around the corner and get them where they're going. But out here you can see I got more yellow iron hanging. So guess what? We got another ceiling coming in here that's going to get in our way. And then out at this end of the booth, on this side, we've got nutserts right here. We actually have a deck. We call it the dance floor. We've got a dance floor that goes out, and then we got walls that go on top of that dance floor, and that comes clear out to about to the edge of this cyclone right here. So it's going to come almost all the way out to here. So that's going to block off my only path into that hole back there. So right now we're at a point where our high reach work is done. We're done with scissor lifts back in that hole. We can build the rest of this booth out towards us right now. And the inside of there, it's going to be scaffolding and ladder. That's it. No more scissor lifts in there. HEPA boxes are in. That's your HEPA box. With an elbow going over to another elbow, and that punches through the wall. That's where our air comes back into the room. And there's the other one over there. Those got finished. And then these gun movers got put in over here. Here's the bar system I was talking about. I'll give you a better idea how the clamping system works to hang spray guns. There's another rod that hangs off of here and here, so there'll be two rods coming in here, going through that slot, and there's your air wipers there. Okay. But there's three more reciprocators right there. One's on a railroad track. Those two are stationary. These just reciprocate. This one will move in and out and reciprocate. And three different heights, or three different styles of gun automation. And there's your cantilever roof again, and I'll show you some of that upper yellow iron that we put in. That's it turned into quite the jungle gym. Good fun, and we got more to go. Got the cantilever roof to come out. That's the end of the yellow iron, but we still got a cantilever roof to come out, and some walls. Let's take a quick look at the print. Okay, maybe turn on a light. Does that help? Well, I got some shadows going here, but it kind of helps. Okay, so HEPA box. All our duct going through the wall, down to the blower, dust collector, back in here, fire dampers right at that wall. Back over here to the cyclone, and down to the booth. And that is symmetrical, both sides. Get that. All right. And here's our cantilever roof. Here, this roof comes out. The roof stopped right here, but our walls just keep on going. These represent some gray iron that I have to bolt to the floor to hold the walls up. This is the exit side, cantilever roof, walls all around that pit, walls all around that pit. That pit is right here, a hole in the ground. All right. So at the risk of demonetizing with whoever the hell that's Linkin Park playing in the background, this is how we hang the ceiling. We put a pallet on there, some of our green foam, and then we climb up on a ladder and slide it around on the foam and do an alignment and bolt it up, and it bolts up to the yellow iron on top. Maybe I'll sneak up on the ladder and show you what's going on up there. So this bolts up inside this channel into some nutserts, and out there it bolts up to the yellow iron with a row of nutserts along that rib right there. And everywhere up here, no walkie, so you can't walk on any of this stuff. You'll fall right through. We just put planks on top of the yellow iron, which we know is secure. So that's how we get around up here. We made our own scaffolding. Our last roof is on. No more roofs. No more yellow iron to play with. So last two's on. And then actually down here we've got, we call it the dance floor. It's a stainless steel deck that goes on right here. Bolts to that row of nutserts right there. And then it runs clear out to here. And that gets the actual dance floor, and then it gets walls. And the walls get attached to that row of holes there, and then the walls just keep on going. All right. So all that stuff up there, the longer you look at it, the worse it gets. It's just All kinds of stuff going on up there. Well, we've started putting in panels. You know, there's a bunch of stuff that has to go in this hole. I'm back inside right here. We've got gun movers all mounted here in the hole, so no more scissor lift down here anymore. So I got as much high reach work done as I could. We brought over this panel. We went ahead and mounted this panel. This is a fire suppression panel, a bunch of electronics in there. So that's fire suppression and dust collector panels that we got in here. And see, the thing is there's a wall that goes right here, and that's just gonna kill us. After that wall goes in, I can't even drive a scissor lift through my little aisle down here anymore. On the other end of it, this is the side over the pit. This gets walls. There's a wall that goes down here, a wall that goes down there. Roof stops right there. But it is enclosed, and the walls have some lights and stuff. Those are all out of plastic. Here's the other side, gun movers over here. Reciprocators. There's the dance floor. And this roof right out to here, and then the rest is walls all the way out. Get back and try to give you an overview of it. That's what my cart looks like at the end of the day. Nasty, right? Stainless steel deck and walls up there, cantilever roof, and out at the end, this is the entrance end of the actual spray booth, and we've got some angle pieces in case the load's swaying, it'll guide it into that conveyor slot, kind of like a cow catcher on a rail car. All the upper iron's done, thank goodness. When we do finally put this floor, the rest of this floor in, this floor is going to come all the way out to here. We're not going to be able to get through here anymore. You won't even be able to walk through here. And that's why we're bringing all the big stuff in. Anything big, trying to get it in now. Because after we're done with that, it's all ladder work, and that stinks. Okay, so what's going on with Stan's truck? Well, after many phone calls with the insurance company, they reversed their decision on the total, and I did accuse them of somebody on the inside wanting Stan's truck. Highly coveted back east here. So somebody wanted Stan's truck, so I went ahead and accused somebody of that, and they really kind of woke up to that. You know, they really took notice to that. So my truck's going to be done hopefully by the end of the year. Probably over the Christmas holidays it'll be done. So when I come back after Christmas, I'll be picking up my new truck, new to me truck. So in the meantime, Chevy, like a brick. Okay, well, it's late Friday and I forgot to shoot my closer, so here we are. It's already after closing time. I am the only one here. When you look out at this end of the plant, yeah, back there, nobody. So it's just me, but I'm going to flip the camera around, show you some quick progress from this week. And you know, a lot of it's little detail stuff, so it doesn't look like we got a lot done. It's a lot like framing a house. You know, the first few days, they're like, oh, wow, you're going to be done really quick. And then the detail work, all the little things take a long time. So let's flip the camera around and show us, I'm going to show you Friday night, and then I'm going to go home and edit it, and it'll be ready for y'all to watch Saturday morning with your coffee. Okay, well, we got all the, I guess this is the south side of the building, so this is the south wall done and up. Our cantilever roof comes out to here and stops. No more roof, so this is an open top. All the air goes in from this direction into this conveyor opening here on this side, so there's enough airflow volume inside that center chamber to evacuate this whole pit area. You can see where the trailers come through, and this is a manned section. That's why we've got the staircases. So you got 2 men down here on each side of the trailer doing undercarriage, touch-up on the way through. Center section of the booth there, highly charged powder. And basically the trailers just going through a cloud of powder, very highly charged. And I'm going to take you around and show you the entrance side of the booth. This is the exit side. But what we've been working on today is baskets. All these wire baskets that you see going around. This is all the little detail stuff I was telling you about. We got to get hoses and cables and stuff to all these different components everywhere. We've got control panels all over the place. We've got powder waste hoses. We got powder charge hoses. This one doesn't get connected to the basket. That's the fire system. That's the Fike fire system. This big control panel here does. We got a little basket drop there. There's another one there going up. That's going to go up and make a bridge over to the spray booth behind me. And the basket just keeps on going. And see, this one had to go up. We had to get air hoses and cables up to those 2 fire dampers up there. So that's what that basket's for. And we make our own offsets. Those are all, we cut them and tack weld them, and we can make offsets and waterfalls and horizontal curves and vertical curves, and we can take a basket any direction we want just by tack welding them together. That basket just keeps on going. That purlin there was handy. And here's another fire control panel. We didn't have to get into that, but we did notch it around this I-beam. Come down to this panel. So we did do a basket drop there. We do a basket drop there for that pump station. And keep going over to this cyclone. We've got some more components that go over to the sieve. All right, so we did all that basket work. And here is the entrance side of the booth. And as you saw, we still have a scissor lift in the hole in there. And I can't, there's decks that go here. I got more of these decks that have to go in. If I put them in, I can't get that lift out. So we did again, the south wall complete. Again, with the ceiling done. That's our entrance. Kind of a cow catcher. If the conveyor drop rod is swinging, that thing is supposed to catch it and get it into the conveyor slot. And we're still due for a wall over here after this deck is complete. But we need to finish all our high reach work in there. We got the baskets in, got the fire dampers done. We still got to do the fire extinguisher system, which is, God, it's so hard to see up there. There's one of them. There's a white canister. That's a fire extinguisher system. Goes into that port, and that gets wired. See right there, that little box, that has to get wired. And way up there, there's another one up there. Actually, a pair of them. There's another one over here. So that's on each side of that duct. And there's 2 ports for that. So those have to get wired too. So I need to do some more high reach work to get those wired. And then we can close up this pit. We got gun movers in here now, which are totally in our way, but we had to get them delivered before we close this front up and make them bury this back side. All right. Well, that's going to be the end of it for this week. GEMA's moving along pretty good, and we still do for plastic welding. I'm not doing that. They're having a guy come in to do the plastic welding. I'm not into it, so we'll let them do that. All right, guys, let's get one last shot of the outside of this thing. There's the full length of this turkey right there. All right, guys, we're going to work Saturday, but and that's going to be all that work will be included in next week's episode. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.